welcome to this elemental based session. So pretty much what we're going to be doing during this session is embodying the elements. If you were drawn here, there are messages you need to receive, but there is literally a specific element you're meant to be working through at this time, or it's meant to be working through you and assisting you with some form of healing, some kind of healing. So what I want to begin with is a guided visualization. Should be quick, I always say that. It's going to be quick. A guided visualization that will allow you to connect to the elements within, activate them and everything, so you're already connected before you even get to the pick a card reading. We're also going to dance the elements. That is one of the S.T.E.A.M routines, is dancing the elements. And you will get a shortened version of that as well. So let's get started. First, I want to select a hand mudra. This hand mudra is going to represent the one for, well, I wanted to say for the collective, all of us. But I don't know, a part of me is like, well, maybe you need to let them choose a number, because I won't be able to do the hand mudra. As you see, I'm going to be playing some sound healing instruments that are meant to assist you with each element. Oh shoot, I don't have my water instrument over here, it's far. So I'll probably have to pause for a minute and grab that. But each instrument here represents one of the elements. I have the hand drum is for the earth. Really, I played with this. Okay. I have my air element instrument. Which are the wind chimes. I have my earth. No, sorry. This was earth. I have my, I'm getting myself all mixed up. My fire element. And then water is my ethereal drum. I think I can grab it. No. Can I? I think I can grab it without having to stop the video. Hold on. And the ethereal drum for water. Okay. So let's get you the hand mudra that you'll be using. I'm not going to do a pick a number. We can all just, well, until my Gary said, they're like, just let them. So choose a number 1, 2, 3, or 4. For all you know, y'all might all end up getting the same element, you know, but we'll see. If you're drawn to number 1, oh shoot, I took my glasses off and did not bring them over here with me. What was I thinking? Oh, where did I even put them? Okay, well, hopefully I can see this well enough. This is my ones. You have the element of water. And this is the Kilaka Mudra for union. Okay. This is a difficult mudra. So if you were drawn to the number 1, all right, this mudra activates intimacy and connection and balance, and it enhances the function of the kidneys, the bladder, and reproductive system. It balances masculine and feminine energies and cultivates a sense of safety and intimacy. So let's see how you do this, because this one looks difficult. cross the wrists with hands back to back. The left hand close to the heart center. Okay, so the left should be behind the right because the left has to be close to your heart chakra. All right, hook the little fingers with the tips pointing upward. Oh my God. With each hand, touch the pads of the thumbs to the middle and index fingers. Oh my goodness. Relax the shoulders back and down. Oh my gosh. Yeah, if you chose number one, good luck. I would say for the first 4 deep grounding breaths, you can hold this position. And then after that, I would say relax your palms on your lap, open to receive the messages and blessings that are going to come in. And number one, your focus is, I allow a greater bond and connection with all to emerge. I allow a greater bond and connection with all to emerge. So you can recite that now 4 times, or if you're somebody who has a really good memory, you can repeat that in your mind during the water activation part. Okay? If you're drawn to number 2, I keep looking at my window because my shade is up just a little bit, and I'm wondering, like, can people look right up in here and see what I'm doing? In my business. Ooh! Look at God. So I'm over here focusing on if people could see me or not, and about 1, 2, 3, 4 cards flew out and hit the instrument for water, and one of those cards is the card for freaking water. I don't know if it's showing up very well with the lighting, but yeah, this is the water element card. So I really was only going to pull 3 more. One of them flew too far. So I'm going to take that as maybe that's something that's meant for me. And I'll get that later. So we got 2 here. I'm going to pull 1 more because the water element came out again. Maybe that was just to confirm it's the water element. Oh, so we actually got 3 different elements, it looks like. Sorry, guys. Let me fix this back. Yeah, that's a little better. Okay. So if you were drawn to number 2, you have integration. Hakini mudra. Yours isn't as difficult as water. Okay. So the Hakini mudra this says it activates all the elements. My 2s. So I thought it was earthy because of the green, but it's all the elements. And assists with integration, freedom, and wholeness. It also assists with all of the systems of the body. I hope I'm being heard. I just realized I had the mic laying down, so I hope it was picking up the sound. It supports full body, supports overall health and wellness, supports full body breath and awareness. It balances right and left energy channels. So you bring the hands to face each other in front of the torso. Gently allow the tips of all fingers to touch the same fingers on the right and left hands. Hold the hands rounded as if holding a bowl. Relax the shoulders back and down. Lengthen the spine. And your focus is, I honor the divine union of body, mind, and spirit. I honor the divine union of body, mind, and spirit. This is the position. It says your torso, so you'll be holding it just about here. I honor the union of body, mind, and spirit. Okay? If you're drawn to number 3, you have assertion, the Rudra Mudra. And this one's pretty easy as well. Probably familiar. Okay? So the Rudra Mudra, the Rudra Mudra assists you with activation, energizing, vitality. It helps to strengthen digestion, assimilation and elimination, regulates body weight. It assists with reducing sluggishness and exhaustion. It activates the solar center to increase overall vitality, and it activates the element of fire within you. Interesting, because I was drawn to 3, and all of that stuff that it assists you with, I can use. Oh, yes. So, you are with each hand joining the tips of the thumbs with the index and ring fingers. Extend the middle and pinky fingers outward. I'm sorry, index and ring fingers. Okay, you're extending the middle finger and the pinky out. This is not what I thought it was. Okay. Relax the hands on the tops of the thigh or by the sides of your body. So this is one that you can actually do while walking, okay? And lengthen the spine. Your focus is my inner free. I'm sorry, I should have got my glasses. I know y'all like, if she would have just got her glasses, she could be reading this so much faster. My inner fire is vibrant and alive. My inner fire is vibrant and alive. Okay? All right, 3s. Awakening that inner fire. Now, if you're drawing a 4, you have energize. Another energizing mudra. A lot of us need some extra energy. This is the prana mudra. All right? And it activates the element of air. All right. So it assists you with vitality, uplifting you, and energizing you. Pretty similar to the ones for fire. It directs energy and awareness to the heart. It benefits cardiorespiratory systems. It awakens a fuller breath and more circulation in the lungs, chest, and thymus. It also energizes the body and focuses the mind. So with your palms facing upward, allow the thumbs to touch at the tips of the pinky and the ring fingers. Extend the middle and index fingers into a V. Rest the backs of the hands on tops of the thighs, or extend the arms outward at shoulder height. Really? Who wants to stay? They mean like outward like that? Oh my God. Yeah, they'll be resting on the back of my thighs. On the tops of my thighs. Or extend the arms outward at shoulder height. Palms facing forward. Oh my God, for even greater energy. So this way will give you even greater energy. Wow. That's good for 4 deep grounding breaths. I don't know about doing that for the full meditation, but yeah. If you can do it, I'm not here to discourage. Relax the shoulders, lengthen the spine, and your focus is, I offer my energy and optimism as a gift to others. I offer my energy and optimism as a gift to others. All right. So now with that said, let's get started. I want you guys to close your eyes, sit comfortably, You can use your mudra for the grounding breaths, or you can just have your hands palms up, open on the tops of your thighs, open to receive. Okay? Take a deep breath in through your mouth. Exhale. Take a deep breath in through your mouth and start to feel that earth grounding energy rooting you down to the earth. Exhale. Feel the air as it leaves your body, realizing how much you embody all of these elements. Take another deep breath in. Exhale out. Relaxing. With every exhale, feel yourself relaxing from the head down to the feet. Take one more deep breath in through your mouth. And exhale. Now breathe naturally through your nose or through your mouth, whatever's natural for you. And listen and breathe in and out the elements. Breathe. Feel that connection to the earth, as if roots are coming out the bottoms of your feet or the base of your spine. Feel the drumbeat in your heart center. And feel safe. Feel secure. Because the earth is ever giving. An abundant resource for your entire life. You can always trust the earth will be here for you, nourishing, ancestrally healing, vibrations. Just breathe in and out of your nose in gratitude for this earth, and feel your connection to it. Imagine your feet bare, standing in fresh, untouched grass. There may be flowers. And just feel the energy of the earth. Maybe there's trees nearby. Visualize yourself sitting under a tree, taking in its wonderful, beautiful energy, unconditional love, offering you shade and support, asking for nothing in return but love and light. Visualize yourself hugging a tree or putting your hands into dirt, soil, mud, and getting the minerals that exist within these things to enter your body, rejuvenating you, reviving you, refreshing you, renewing your energy. Continue to breathe. And as you breathe, I want you to connect to that energy of fire, the element of fire. Feel it from your pelvis area and feel it rise up your spine, almost in a kundalini type of activating way. Visualize yourself as a phoenix. See yourself being reborn from the ashes of the past, rising up in the present, no worries about the future. Breathe. Allow the energy of fire to purify your mind, body, spirit. Breathe. See yourself sitting around a bonfire or fireplace, feeling that heat from the fire, from the flames, feeling the sweat pour down your body as you release and let go of that which no longer serves a healthy purpose within your body or your energy or vibration. Fire is making space for new to come into your life. So in this fire, see things you no longer want, mindsets, relationships, activities, places, careers you no longer want to be connected to your vibration, and see fire purifying you of its energy. And embody the power of fire. Because that is where you will find your ability to always, always be that light and never to dim. Continue to breathe. Deep breaths in through the mouth and out through the mouth. Okay, you can return to naturally breathing in and out through your nose as we move to the element of air. Breathe. Allow air to carry you to your dreams. At this time, I want you to visualize yourself either floating on a cloud, flying through the air with the angels, standing somewhere up high, maybe on a mountaintop, and feel the air as you're breathing going into your lungs and out, sustaining your life force. Air is a part of your life naturally. There's nothing you need to do. You embody air every day as you breathe. As you breathe in and out, you are connecting with the element of air. Air is guiding you towards your dreams, your goals, your visions. Air is a reminder not to let your visions and your dreams or your faith go. Air is going to give your messages, carry your messages to the ascended masters, the deities, the orishas, to the divine, most high source energy. Air is also representing the winds of change and transformation. Open up your arms in your visual. Open up your arms wherever you visualize yourself. And let the love and light in. And visualize the air just blowing all around your body, all around your head, just bringing clarity and clearing away fog. Air will help you with decision making, where you're unable to focus. Air can help you to bring clarity when your mind feels like it's frazzled and all over the place. Breathe in gratitude every breath you take in this moment for this gift of air. Embody and awaken this element within you. Awaken this element that is the carrier of dreams, a messenger between yourself and the divine, the carrier of hope, and the sustainer of life on this planet. like air, able to change directions swiftly when needed, flexible, a waymaker where there may appear to be no way. Air is the energy of possibilities and being open to all. Breathe. And as we move into the element of water, visualize yourself at a beach. See yourself by a stream. See yourself sitting by a lake, river, whichever body of water calls to you more. And allow the water to cleanse. Either see yourself dipping your feet in the water, putting your hands in it, putting your whole body in it for a full cleansing effect. And as you're breathing and allowing the water to clear away, any fears wash away, any worries are washing away. Breathe knowing that the worst is behind and there's nothing but beautiful tomorrows ahead. Take a deep breath in through your mouth and exhale through your mouth. Feeling as fluid and as flowing as water. Breathe in through your mouth. Breathe out. Breathe in through your mouth. Breathe out. just feel yourself being carried by the water's flow carelessly. No worries of where you're going. Allowing yourself to be guided by the flow of the water. And slowly let the water carry you back to shore. Start to return to the space that you're in. I'm going to take another deep breath in through your mouth. You can return to your hand mudra at this time. Take a deep breath out. Releasing any toxins that may still be in your body. Imagine them leaving. Physical health focus. Take a deep breath in again. Exhale. And feel your mind clearing as you breathe out. Feel like you are able to focus better now. You visualize clouds moving out your way. Take another deep breath in. And breathe out. Feeling that loving, supportive earth energy beneath you and all around you. And take another deep breath in. And exhale and feel as if glitter rain from heaven is raining down on you, just cleansing your aura, your vibration, renewing you, your energy, just preparing a clear slate for you for new beginnings. Slowly move your legs, your feet, rub the tops of your thighs since you've been sitting for a while. Slowly open your eyes and give yourself some love. You deserve it. You did that. All right, y'all. On to the next healing. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm sorry, I sound a little stupid just now because I just looked at my book that I put my notes in for the sessions, and at the top it was like I put some fine print. So I was just reading it, and the fine print says, "Do not do this session until ready to embody these elements and these energies." No, it says these energies. Well, I guess I'm ready because this session has been waiting. Like, you guys understand, this is my little sacred corner of my room, and I'll set it up when I get a calling, like there's a message that's going to be coming in soon. So I'll go with where I'm guided, set up the for the message to come through, and then maybe I'm not in alignment. Like, maybe something will happen in my day, it'll throw my energy off, or I'll get worn out with my day, and then I don't have the energy left to do it. So sometimes readings will sit. And what happens while that's going on is I end up having series of sweats. Just, yeah, like some people, I listen to some readers on YouTube and they're talking about how they get cold, like they Danny Phantom or something. Like when ghosts come around, they freeze or they feel cold or they get goosebumps. Not me. When my guides are around, I start to sweat. I get really warm. And I think that's a warmth and a comforting energy they're giving me. Because if I got cold, y'all, I don't know if I'd be doing this anymore. I don't like the cold. Um, I do not like the cold. So I could not see me tapping in to spirit and freezing. And no, I'm not doing that. So I guess my guide said, we got to come with the energy that she going to be receptive to. But anyway, by the way, guys, nails still not done. Please bear with me. I'm looking at some cute ones though. I know y'all like, get to this damn read. Oh no, I dropped one. All right, well, anyway, I'm thinking about putting these on. If y'all think these little press-ons are cute, write it in the comments. I don't know. Because I haven't worn press-ons in a minute, like fake nails. Because I'm a person that thoroughly likes to make sure my behind is wiped, my kids are well cleaned, and when I had them nails on, I'm not saying if you guys wear them nails, you're not cleaning or clean or whatever. I'm saying for myself. I'm not someone that's used to that. So I really didn't maneuver well with them, and they was popping off left and right. So I kind of was like, guess that's not for me. But I don't know. Those are cute. I might put those on. If not, I'm just going to get this polish off. It was cute when it first went on and then started chipping. Okay, guys, I'm sorry. Wow. All right. That is the energy. You see how I'm a scatterbrain right now? The elements. This session is based on the elements. Earth, water, air, and fire. And I feel like each of their energies is playing a part right now. So like fire has me feeling like go, 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 go. And then water has me like relax and just let things flow into place. And then air is like think about it first and then speak and communicate. And then and then earth is like get it grounded in it first. Get rooted in it. And then, so it's like 4 different energies here. Now, I have a message from ether. Those of you that are like, well, she's not mentioning ether, which a lot of people have included that as an element, space, literal. I guess you could call it space. So the reason why is because during the reading, I don't know if you guys seen it, the reading for the new moon in Gemini, star ancestors came through to give that guidance. And pretty much there we had our contact with the ether energy. And it's an in-depth, very good, deep session. Y'all need to check it out. So for this session, when I felt called to deal with the elements again, it was only earth, wind, air, and fire that came through. But I do have a message for the collective from ether. And this collective message, I haven't gotten the whole thing. I put these 3 cards out to give me an idea of what the energy is behind this message. And before I even look at the cards, I feel like we're in the midst of transformations. That's what I'm hearing. Everybody, if you're drawn to this channel, if you're drawn to this specific reading especially, you're in the middle of completing a huge life transformation. I mean huge. Not something like, oh, I had this job and now I have this other job. No, a transformation means everything changes from what it was before. So if it was something that's reflecting on your career, then a transformation of your career would mean you doing something totally different from what you were doing before. Maybe you was a doctor and now you found you're called to teach dance. and that's what you're doing now. That's a career transformation. Not, oh, I was at this location, now I'm at this other one. Unless the location completely takes you out of what your norm of what you know and someplace you've never been before. And that way your life transforms because now you're conforming to where you are, whatever the case may be. So this has a lot, and I look down, I see death and rebirth. Well, there you have it. This has a lot to do with letting aspects of yourself go so that new energy can come in. Okay. And this is still like rocking with the energy of that new moon, the message that came through with the new moon. So when you're in the midst of a transformation, and I don't want to talk too much because this is a long session. Um, Timestamps, y'all know y'all can always skip around. But the reason why they're coming through right now to give some tips to the collective is because when you're in the midst of a huge transformation, it feels chaotic and it starts to make you feel like everything's going crazy. Nothing is going the way I wanted because unfamiliar feelings or unfamiliar people or unfamiliar places or unfamiliar activities are all, coming in. Or you're faced with things you fear, but they're coming in. And they're coming in. Why? Because it's time for you. Look at me fixing my table while I'm talking. I'm such a scatterbrain right now. But it's time for you to complete this transformation. It's time. And I think the reason why we need a little assistance completing it is because releasing is necessary. And whenever us light workers got to do anything that involves letting go of people or things we are emotionally connected to, it can depress us. It can cause us to overthink, where you already know what you want to do because your heart's telling you like, yo, this is what I want to do. This is where we're feeling guided. This is what's best for us. But your mind is saying, I don't know. I don't know. And then for some of you, it's the other way around. You're saying this needs to transform. This needs to change. But your heart is so attached. It's like, but I can't. I don't want to leave anyone or anything or any place behind. Well, star ancestors are coming through to talk to the collective here. In case you didn't see the new moon reading, it's time to complete the transformation. And you going to have to buck up and put on your big girl, big boy underwear, panties, underoos, whatever you wear. And 10 toes down. Root yourself, get grounded in the fact that things are transforming around you because things are transforming within you. So let's get to the cards. That's the initial channeled message I got without the cards. So we have integrated woman. Where are my glasses? These cards with these tiny words. And it says self-acceptance, integrate lessons, grounded healing. So pretty much the channel message is matching the energy of the cards. And if you're a man, woman, doesn't matter what you identify with, when you see woman, that's connecting to your feminine energy, which we all have. If you see man, take it as a connection to your masculine energy, which we all have. But some of us, we don't balance it. And that's where the problem comes in. But yeah, you're transforming, you're changing. You're learning to accept yourself. You're learning to understand that things were happening in your life for you to learn from, and you're starting to integrate that that knowledge into yourself so it can become wisdom. This is considered grounded healing, where you are healing from a rooted energy, a connected energy. You're not trying to look outside of yourself for somebody, please give me the medicine that will make me feel better about who I am and what I've been through. No, you're literally using natural ways of healing, even if it's just you going and talking to somebody. But when you're considered integrated, it's letting me know that you're transforming from knowledge, from knowing, to wisdom, which is integration, integrating what you know into your life and as a lesson learned and allowing it to upgrade you. You know what I'm saying? And then we have death and rebirth, as I showed y'all before. I think both these cards are ether cards too. Look at the stars, stars. Yep. They was not playing when they say they're coming through. All right, this one is a fire card. The element, I'm saying. So, death and rebirth. Transformation, new self. Again, talking about this self. Or cycle. New self or cycle. Release resistance. And that's what they're really saying is you're resisting. Well, I'll say we, because this is for the collective. We are resisting the full transformation, the full acceptance of an aspect of our life that we were familiar with dying so that this phoenix energy can rise up and we can be reborn. Now I have the 5-day rebirth challenge that I do. If you're watching this before May 25th or before May 30th, you should jump on in and join my private Facebook group or go to thesumacenter.com and register, because it's literally what we're going to be doing is letting one aspect of ourselves die so that we can shift into alignment with what we desire as we are reborn into a different mindset, not one of lack, but one of being able to receive. And literally that's what they're saying is it's time for right now. It's time to let something go. And I feel like whatever it is, it's very, very connected to you, or it's something you've been connected to for a long time. And that there is healing required. It doesn't feel like it's something you were connected to that was a great ride. Otherwise, there wouldn't be a transformational process taking place right now. You'd be just transitioning to the next level or something. But this is a full transformation. So there's something that's been going on within you or around you, or whatever, for a very long time that we have been reluctant to let go of, to allow change to occur because of either familiarity or just a lack of just, I was about to say trust in the universe to guide us, and there's trust the universe. I'm on point today, y'all. And there's this the energy of the moon. So there's something with that new moon in Gemini that really opened up the cosmos to those that are open to receive this energy, light energy. And I feel like if you're drawn here, you're definitely a star seed. um you're definitely connected to the energy of the cosmos, and sometimes you need to stop and look up as a form of um clearing your mind, and a way of realizing the massive amount of possibilities that the universe offers. When you look up at the sky and you see all of the stars and the clouds and the planets, and it's it is sometimes it can be a comfort to star seeds to know how powerful at creating things this universe, or the source of this universe, is, the source energy or whatever. So you have divine timing, meaning it is time now. It's time. you know Trust the universe, follow the flow, patience, and signs. So you're getting many signs. So if you're acting confused right now, like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be letting go, I don't know what I'm supposed to be transforming, that's a lie, because you've been getting signs. And that's the hesitancy, is that you've been getting signs, and we've been getting signs, and we have been looking at them and doubting and questioning and unsure and not trusting the universe, not understanding the lesson from whatever needs to transform so that we can see why it has to transform. So sometimes people think transformation when it comes to a relationship means like you have to release people entirely. And I just feel like somebody's thinking that, like, I don't want to just, maybe someone's a family member, I don't want to just let this person go. Well, when it comes to something like that, transformation isn't just about, okay, endings. Transformation is about change. So if there's one dynamic to a relationship right now and it is not a goodie, then it's transforming, which means the relationship will be completely different, opposite from what it is now. So if you're in a relationship and it's tumultuous, it's chaotic, you guys just can't connect, but it's somebody that you can't walk away from, you cannot fully release. Maybe y'all got kids together, maybe they're a sibling, a parent, a relative of some kind that you cannot release completely. Then what's going to take place and what you have to allow to take place is a transformation in your relationship so that it changes completely. But sometimes we fear that when we expect somebody or a relationship to be one way and it starts to shift and we're like, what the hell's happening? They're saying let transformation take place. It's divine time for it to take place. And you are at a level now, we all are, where we are integrating our lessons into our lives. So we are knowledgeable enough and wise enough, many of us, in order to understand that transformation is necessary and to let it happen. So I have some more cards here. I wanted to get a little bit more info for the collective before we get into our dancing the elements and calling them in using hand mudras that actually call in the elements. Now, some people may be like, what is the benefit of doing all of that? And I'm going to tell y'all real quick while I shuffle these up and lay them out. Because one deck is water, healing water, and one is stones. The healing waters and the ancient stones. So we're going to get some more messages coming from earth and water. We've had fire and ether here. Okay. But let me tell you, the benefits of using the elements energy. Number one, nature is a natural healer. So fire purifies, water cleanses, air brings clarity, earth grounds and calms. And air can be calming as well. It's a natural healer, okay? Plain and simple. Fire also increases your energy and your drive. Using the element of water not only cleanses, but it also assists us with creation. Water is a huge part of birth. So if you're a creative person, you want to give birth to new ideas, water is the element you want to embody. Air not only clears things out and brings clarity, but it assists with communication as well. Like I said, if you got something you want to say and you feel like you're struggling to communicate clearly, air is what you want to embody. And you could also go sit outside where you feel the air or breeze. And the earth grounds emotions, thoughts, light, dark. It balances and it stabilizes energy. So if you're feeling scatterbrained all over the place, earth is the element you want to embody because it can ground you. It can help you to be still and to connect to, whatever energies need to be connected to. And I guess earth said, well, let's get started because this is the ancient stones. All right, but those are the benefits of using the elements energy. If you were like on the fence about how do I do that and what do I do it? How do I do it? Well, if you're on the fence about how you embody that energy and why, boom. All right, get a hold of this energy. Okay, and we got 2 cards, so I'll take 2 from water as well. Okay. It's on the bottoms. So on the bottom of the Ancient Stones deck, we have the gateway. And it says open doors, opportunities, right timing, which is more confirmation of divine timing. That right now, whatever you allow to transform, whatever you allow to die that is no longer serving you, it's going to allow opportunities to flow in. Whatever it is, it's in the way of your opportunities coming in. And right now, they're supposed to be. So if you've been feeling like, hey, I'm not getting my recognition, I'm not getting doors opening in the way that I've been expecting based off of prior readings or whatever, it's because this transformation is not complete. And it's not complete because of fear. It's almost like you're holding yourself back from completing this transformation because of something you don't want to let go of. All right. And at the bottom of the Healing Waters deck is the pink dolphin, which I'm very connected to dolphins. It says celebration, fun, unbridled joy, open heart. So yeah, there may be a little sorrow around release initially, or letting go of things that are near and dear to your heart, but there's something out of it, something that's going to come out of it that is going to really be healing for us. It's like some aspect of our hearts will be healed from this release, and it's going to usher in more opportunities to celebrate and to have fun. So this is all that's in the way, is the incompleted transformation. What else is coming in with this transformation? The secret chamber, potency, deep connection, treasure. Obstacle, find another road, flexibility, and change. Yeah. So they're just literally, Earth is coming through to say that you have you're very deeply connected. We all are. We're very connected to this planet, to the elements, to everything in nature. But it's like time now to live that energy or express it or use it in some way. It's like feeling like you've been hiding yourself to an extent, but your spark is needed. That light is needed. It's time to come out of the secret chamber or the cave. Whatever you've been studying, whatever you've been working on, whatever you've been planning, whatever you've been daydreaming, it has connected you in a way to, I feel like, the earth. I was going to say ancestors, but I keep hearing to the earth. So it's time to come out with it. And if you felt like, oh, I'm going through this crazy time in my life, this chaos, this transformation, this big change, they know. It says here, change, be flexible. There's another road that's going to open up for you. Okay? So where you might have felt blocked, maybe you have things you're supposed to offer to society, but for whatever reason you've been made to feel like they're not worthy, they have no value, it's stupid, it makes no sense. No. It's time for you to find another way to bring these gifts forward. And maybe the way you're going is blocked because you need to go a different route, is what they're saying. But what's very interesting is that both these cards here, the person is walking towards a threshold. Here, it's literally open. Like the gateway's open. Open doors, opportunities, right timing. And then here, it's blocked, saying change, go another way. So I feel like what they're saying is, if you want to get to this open gateway, you have to first remove the energy that's in the way, that needs to be transformed. Okay? Water's message is the wishing well, unexpected gifts, kindness, karmic jewels. And cleansing. Literally, I just said water is good for cleansing. Releasing the old, energetic tune-up, new beginnings. Like, come on. They're literally repeating everything I said. So pretty much, the message here is, it's time for a life cleanse. It's time. And there's a part of us that is afraid of this because it means things we're not familiar with, the unknown. But the energy is really potent. It's really strong. It's divine time now to step into alignment with who you are and what you're meant to do here. So I do see a need for all of us to have some kind of energetic tune-up, which it says here, or cleansing. However you do that is up to you. But it's necessary to release the old. So I feel like many of you we still got cord cutting to do. Like that means releasing the energy of people that are attached to ours. Some still have have to do some inner work, prayer work, meditation work, meditative work, to really clear out the chatter in the head. Let go of old patterns, anything that has been repetitive and not serving a higher good. cleanse yourself of that energy, because things we've been wanting want to come in. All right. There's some things based off of good karma. Perhaps you have been cleaning up some things in your life. You've been fixing relationships, forgiving yourself, and stuff like that for things. There's some gifts coming your way. For some of you, I feel like it's coming from actual people that you don't expect once you go complete your transformation, or it may help you through your transformation. And then for others of you, you're going to find you have unexpected gifts that are going to come to the surface, maybe from past lifetimes that were lying dormant. They're going to come to the surface because you need them now in order to reach your highest purpose. So this is the overall message of the ether, is to allow your transformation to complete so that doors can open for you, because the time is now. And yeah, it's time to remove obstacles, come out of the dark, um and really let go of old energy, old patterns, um open up to new beginnings, release resistance to the transformation, release it. And I'm telling you, they're guaranteeing celebration, fun, and joy coming in once this is done. And you know what it is. It's whatever's stressing you. It could be more than one thing that needs to transform, but you know what it is. I don't know if y'all are picking up all the noise, but it's graduation party time in my area, on my block. So a lot of people are doing parties for the kids that graduated. So I hope that the celebratory music doesn't bother you, but in fact, if you can hear it, that it gets you into the mood of celebration energy that is trying to come our way, except for the motorcycles that are going to start going up and down the block. I hope they don't start that. But I don't know if y'all can hear the music. Yeah. So anyway, so this is the collective read along with the benefits, the 5 benefits of using the elements energy. And I'll be right back with the dance, the elements routine. Hey guys, welcome to the Pick a Pal portion of this session, which is going to be a very interesting one at that. So each pal represents the element that you most need to embody at this time in order to complete your transformational process. However, I didn't want you guys to know, like, I'm going to select pal fire, I'm going to select pal water, whatever. So the way I'm doing this is you're going to choose by a card. And what I'm going to do is fold up each of these elements the same way. And for each pile, I'm going to, for each card, I'm going to shake them up and see which element it is after you select it. So you won't know the element you got until you get to your pile, where I will reveal it. I'm not even going to know because I'm not going to select the element until we get to that pile. So my bowl is not here for me to use it for that. It said, yes, you better use me. All right. I'm using it as a raffle bowl today of sorts for element selection. Okay. I'll come rolling back. All right. So these are going to be the card choices. There will be 4. So pile 1 is going to have the card goodness. Pile 2 has the card return to heart. Pile 3 will have the card learning to love myself. And pile 4 has the card the calm. Interesting cards. I didn't read all the words because I figure I'll leave that to read during your pile. But each one's title has been read. Pile 1 is goodness. Pile 2 is return to heart. Pile 3 is learning to love myself. And pile 4 is the calm. We're going to take 4 deep grounding breaths, even with my bowl here being compromised. I'm going to give a bottom of the deck card to the collective, though. I was getting ready to put it away, but for whatever reason, I was stopped. So it must be a message here. A new opening. Coinciding with everything been hearing all the way from the channeled message for the collective. It says, when one door closes, I am confident another will open, and it will be for my betterment. I accept that life brings challenges and acknowledge the opportunity and learning they present to me. Serenity comes from within. I just feel like that was an extra message that somebody needed to hear, or maybe all of us could benefit from. Now, let's get into this session. All right. 4 deep grounding breaths. 1 in through the mouth and out. Relaxing and focusing on each element as you breathe in again. See which one is calling to you by the pal. Exhale. Relax and know that you're being guided to what you need to hear today. Breathe in. Filling yourself up with the light and love of your elemental, energetic light beings. And exhale. You're ready. And if you're not, we're going to get started anyway. You can pause here and keep staring at these cards, or just think of a number 1 through 4. Or if you got dice, just roll some dice and see where you're guided. All right, but I'm going to be back with group 1. Hey, pal 1, welcome to your session. You were drawn to goodness. And goodness says, I overcome my imperfections. And I'm really supposed to read this last because it's your advice for moving forward the next 7 days. But for whatever reason, pile one, y'all are usually my guinea pigs. Like, how am I going to do this reading? Am I going to keep it the way I wrote it down? Or I just go with the flow? Whatever. Well, in this situation, it decided to just be read first. But this is your advice for the next 7 days. I overcome my imperfections. I polish my character and feed on the positive. Thus, I free myself, allow my goodness to manifest, and become a source of joy. Through gentleness, I offer unconditional support, understanding, and love to myself and others. So you're being advised to do your advice is to check yourself. I'm trying to find words to say it, but it's like, check yourself. Maybe you've been having a lot of negative thoughts, and that's the mindset shift that you need, because y'all know I'm an energy shifter. So that's the first thing I'm picking up, is that maybe you're not seeing your full value. You're not seeing your full worth. Maybe you're thinking negatively, thinking of the worst before you think of the best thing, that possible outcome. But your advice for the next 7 days is to allow good things to manifest by being in an energy of joy and happiness, and loving on yourself and supporting and understanding yourself as well as others you love will bring more goodies into your life. So in the next 7 days, I feel like you can expect people to want to do things for you, or opportunities for yourself to love on you. And also opportunities to learn, or actually shift your energy into alignment with the fact that you're a good person. And maybe affirmations would be best for this group at this time, to remind yourself of your greatness. So let's see what element this is, so that I can get these cards out here for you. So pile one, you are the element of water. This is creepy, and I'm going to tell y'all why. Before I started your session, pile one, I was like, I don't know what it is, but my table feels like it needs a cleansing, a wipe down. So I'm drinking my McDonald's shake, my mocha frappe here. And I took the napkin off because I was too lazy to get up and go to the sink and all that nonsense. And I was wiping down the table. And as I'm wiping it down, I said in my head, I wouldn't be surprised if pile one gets water, because I'm literally wiping down the table before, I'm like cleansing the table before jumping into their session. And I was going to say it in the beginning. I said, oh, I'm dropping stuff. I was going to tell y'all, like, I just wiped down this table. I wouldn't be surprised if y'all get water. But the reason why I didn't say it is because I got nervous that if I said it, you guys would think I set it up, or I'm picking the card like I know how, where, what is laying, whatever. I don't know. Skeptics come up with whatever. So I said, I ain't going to say nothing, because then if water don't come up, I'm going to discredit myself. So freaking water came out, and that shocked the shit out of me. But it's also double confirmation for me that I am on point. I am good at what I do. I am worthy. What I offer has value. I have to see these positive things about myself first before others will. And I think that I had to share that with you guys, because I think that's a little bit of y'all issues. Fear of being imperfect, whatever that is. Because ain't not a soul on this planet reach perfection in my eyes. Maybe well on the way or close to it, but So anyway, this read here is pretty quick. I got a new deck, y'all. I'm sorry. I love new decks. This deck is going to be used in every elements pile, so I might as well just leave this out to the side. But Hey, water, my water guys. Either you may be a water sign or you just really need to activate the energy of water in your body. I'm sorry, with all these graduation parties going on around here, it's like people parking over here that don't live over here. So I'm like, yeah, someone just parked in front of my house that don't live over here. Now that means when my kids come back from where they park, and they have to walk, and this is starting to make me concerned because I see more and more cars pulling up in here. I'm sorry, I live in a cul-de-sac. So we have all of us in this cul-de-sac. The spots in front of our homes is our parking spots. Now I see people from these graduation parties coming over here and parking in those spots. So when the people that actually live here come back, they're not gonna have nowhere to park their cars. Technically, that's against the law over here, because over where we live, if you don't have a sticker in your car that says you're a resident, police could come and tow your car. But who gonna be the snitch? I'm sorry, water. Y'all said, ooh, she just went into a tangent. But there must be something coming your way that is unfamiliar to you. And because of its unfamiliarity, you might be kind of questioning it rather than letting it flow. All right. There's always a method to my madness when I'm rambling. So let's see. How can you use this element to heal to heal right now on your journey? So for my waters, your message, your answer comes from the Great Outdoors Oracle. How can my water elementals use, let me move this, the energy of water, the element of water, to heal right now on their journey? We have the Two of Wands. Well, first off, you can't be scared to go on new ventures, to go towards things that you've never done before. Because this was reversed. It's letting me know that you're meant to flow at this time, wherever you're feeling guided, wherever you're being guided. And if it's somewhere new, somewhere you've never been, you're not sure, you're scared, you don't know what direction to go in, call on the energy of water to help you easily flow into alignment with the direction you need to go in, or that's best for you. Or to even cleanse the fear you may be having of going towards something that could be adventurous, but you could also get lost because you feel like it's new. It could take you somewhere you don't want to be. But I think at this time, you're being told to get into the element of water and just flow. The ocean doesn't ask the waves which way we going before it goes. It just flows. And that's what you're being asked to do. Same thing with a stream. Two of Swords. Getting a lot of twos, my group, my waters. Two of Swords. It's a lot of choices. It feels like this pile has a decision between two things that they're struggling to make the decision. But you know already what you should be doing, or what you want to do, or what's logical, or what's connected to your heart. But it's like being hesitant to make that choice out of fear. What else for my waters? You have the Tower reverse. So whatever it is you are hesitant to let flow, to let take its course, or to just make a decision on, your spirit team is going to step in. So if that hasn't happened already, you haven't experienced the chaos yet. That's going to come from you being hesitant to just allow things to flow in and out of your life as needed. What else we got for my waters? Three of Sticks. Finally, a card upright. This is the Three of Wands. Okay? So if you allow the changes that are happening in your life to just happen, to accept them, to go with the flow of where you're being guided and directed, you will heal from past disappointments where you felt like you followed maybe a calling, or maybe you felt spiritually guided in the wrong direction. Whatever the case may be, by letting go your resistance to allowing yourself to be guided again. Because wherever they guided you, you were meant to go. You had to learn those lessons so that you can make the choices necessary to get unstable things out of your life so that it could clear up room for what's meant to come in for you. So they're showing me that you have been doing work, self-work maybe, or just services to others. Whatever the case may be, you've done enough. I'm hearing you've done enough and your blessings are going to come in. But it's almost like you sense it, but you're still... there's still a little edge of what's coming in. It's like, all right, if this thing I had to choose between and I made the choice or I didn't, the choice was made for me by spirit. Either way, I still don't see what I've been wanting, what I've been waiting for. Or I don't see the end results of having taken this road. But Eight of Blades, yes, the Eight of Swords. But what you're going to find is that where it felt unstable, where it feels chaotic in your life, it's getting a cleanup. It's like you're not stuck in that energy. You're only stuck when you are not allowing change to take place. But in this case, you're spiritually guided and you have the element of water. So when you have the element of water, it's going to be very hard for you to resist change because water is going to flow. What you're going to build a dam, water has ways of getting around that or breaking it down, So you could dam it up for a little while, which is the tower energy, but that's not going to stay up. Eventually that little unsturdy thing's going to fall and the flow is going to continue. So you need to connect to water at this time because it's going to heal you from a past where you felt like choices you made or where you were guided did not suit you or did not work out in the way you wanted. And you're going to realize that you are not stuck if you just surrender to the flow of divine timing, because you can feel something's coming, something good. Things are shifting in your life already. Where you felt stuck, you're starting to feel free. You're starting to feel like there's movement or you can see things changing. So stay in the energy of expectation, of high expectation. Don't give up on the things that you wanted because it didn't go the way you thought the first time. Something's coming back around, and I think it's because of your goodness, of positive thinking. I think if you, in the next 7 days, stay in that energy, you're going to see something you've been wanting come in. All right. Let's go to your next question. So the next one is, why were you chosen? Like, what's your special gift? Why did water choose you? Begin. May you start as if you have already begun. Water chose you because it's time. It's time for you to have a new beginning. What you knew of before is about to be knocked down and cleared out so that you could rebuild. There's something about you and your ability to start anew. A lot of people, they get discouraged. You know how to start anew and make it seem as if it's not nothing new. Like, I've been here, I've been doing this, You're able to flow. And it's interesting, it's showing like a path straight to the ocean when I was just talking about the tidal waves. And I think some of you would do wonders being by water, being by the beach, being by ponds, lakes, whatever. But yeah, you have the ability to start new things, to go on new journeys, new. I'm hearing for you without getting discouraged. You might feel lost sometimes, like, I understand what's happening here. Where we going? Where's this new beginning leading me? But you're being guided at the end of the day. And once you allow things to flow, it'll just come right on in. Oh, well, that jumped out. Held. May you feel the ocean's caress. And I say some of y'all need to go by the ocean or the beach or something, Sit by the ocean, let it wash up on your feet, your legs, and just be still. The ocean is a healer for you, my pal ones, my water group. Being any body of water, but literally they're saying the ocean. And I do feel like if it's the time of year where you can, shoot, I've been by the ocean in the cold when it was cold, and to put on a nice little sweater. But there's a need for you to commune with water, bodies of water in some way, and it's going to be very, very healing for you. But you were chosen by water because they're saying you are a water being. Some of you drawn here may be connected to the energy of Atlantis as well. Last one from this deck, compassion. You were chosen for this because you're very compassionate, and that is a special gift, to be able to see in others yourself. That's how you have compassion for people, when you can see yourself in someone else. May you tend to the suffering. That's your gift. Your special gift is your ability to help those that you see suffering, those that are in need. Okay? You're able to use water to cleanse very, very, very well. Yeah, if you want to do a spiritual cleansing, water is the way for you. Yeah, you just have a gift of being able to bring new things into creation and just make it seem like you was always there. You was born for this. You did that. And it's true. It's fact, you are. All right. Let's get to the last one. So what's your purpose this element is helping you reach? Besides that, because they literally told you your purpose, you're meant to tend to the suffering, to those that need help. And that doesn't mean that this is a career. I mean, it could, but it doesn't necessarily mean let me go switch my job if I'm not in a line of work that allows me to help those that are suffering. But you could literally do this in your own way. Maybe you got some extra money and you go and help somebody's family that's struggling to get food. That's tending to the suffering. And that's your special gift. And in exchange for you standing in that goodness of who you are, something you've been waiting on is going to come in. They're not really showing me what it is. They just keep saying, maybe if you wanted to travel, I'm hearing that, and you felt blocked and stuck, the way is going to be cleared for you to be able to travel. If there was a relationship that it just feels long distance and there's obstacles in the way, you might find a relationship coming in that has more ease, that's right in alignment with this path here that, is getting cleared up. Maybe there was debris on that path because you're looking in the wrong direction. Notice how she's on a path that's going this way, but she's looking that way towards the mountain. Maybe you were too focused on the obstacles and not focusing on the fact that you are able to flow through them. So let's get into this. What's your purpose? This element is trying to help you reach. See things clearly. Okay? So either you are meant to be able to see things more clearly, or you're meant to help others see things more clearly. I just want every one of these cards to be seen. Okay, I'm going to pull one more from this deck. A higher perspective. A lot with seeing. 3637 makes sense. So water is really helping you to have the ability to really connect to your intuition, is what I'm hearing. Maybe you ignore it. That's why you always have issues of indecision. But it's helping you to see things from a higher perspective, to rise above whatever you feel like is chaotic and falling apart, and see the big picture. Get clarity. Water is gonna help you to cleanse debris out of your life that may have been stopping your flow. You're gonna rise above and be able to see exactly where it needs to be cleared out, and you'll have more clarity as to why. So there won't be such a mourning when you have to release things. Okay? that's what I got for you. I already gave you advice for the next 7 days, which is to focus on positive things, positivity, no negative thoughts, good self-talk. This will allow your goodness to manifest and become your source of joy. You know what I'm saying? Next 7 days, be gentle to yourself, to others, show support and understanding and love to yourself and others, and you will see what you've been waiting for flowing. Okay? I'm hearing by the next full moon. By the next full moon, you'll say, "Oh shoot, I see it happening. It's coming." All right? That's what I got for you, my water pal. I hope this resonates. If it did, give me a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, remember to subscribe. You're going to want to subscribe. I'm telling you. Look at my other videos. All right? We are a family of light here, and all are welcome. All right? Read the description. It tells you about what workshops I have coming up, how you can join them, how you can book a personal reading. I am still taking personal readings, and yeah, I'm sending you so much light and love on your journey. Peace, blessings, and all the goodies that come from being a part of this light tribe. And I'll be back with card number 2, because we don't know what element that is yet. We know it ain't water, though. Later. Hey, group 2. Welcome to your session. You have returned to heart. This was supposed to be the last card read, but I started pile 1 with it. This is actually your advice for the next 7 days, but whatever, let's go. I breathe light and stick to the essential for my soul, the present moment. I calm my thoughts, I focus on my heart and find space to be, where my light and greatness are. I find peace and inner silence. So this pile here, your advice in the next 7 days is to just, I feel like, be still and meditate and stay in the present. No thinking about the past, no overly thinking about the future, just the now. And in the now, you'll find peace. Okay? Now let me see. We already had water, so we know this is not the element of water. I wouldn't be surprised if it's fire. I don't know why, because I saw light, the word light, but let me shut up. I was right with the last pile, so now I'm trying to think that I got it for all of the piles. Like, I'm going to guess it. No, let's see. I want y'all to literally see me pick, so you know I'm not, this ain't rigged. Okay? So, in my pile 2s, you have... You gotta be kidding me. Like, what is today about? A confirmation of my gifts? Like, you guys are getting a real personalized look into Amina's issues with self-confidence and doubts of her worth. Because for the first pile, I doubted myself. I didn't tell them I thought it was water till water came up. And I told them I felt it was water because right before their reading, I felt the need to wash and cleanse my table. But because of my lack of confidence, I didn't say I thought it was water until it was water. You'll see if you look back at pile 1. Now this pile, I said what I thought it was, but I honestly didn't think it was. I didn't. I didn't think it was going to come out fire. I didn't. So you're meant to use the element of fire. Yeah. In some way, shape, or form. You have to embody fire right now. Let's see. Let me get the decks that are for fire, which is the Dragon Tarot. Every group got the Sisterhood of the Seers. It's my new deck, a new Oracle deck. I'm so excited. I love getting new cards. Okay. And the Lantern Oracle. These are the 2 decks for those who got the element of fire. Now, fire is a deep, deep, deep element for purification. Those that are attracted, who got this pile, a good way for you to do clearing and healing and cleansing work is by burning candles or having bonfires. Okay? Those things will help purify you, as well as sweat lodges. I just saw somebody sitting in a sauna, like sweating and things like that will help you release toxins in your body, but it will also help you to clear your mind. All right. So let's see. How can you use this element to heal right now in your journey besides the ways that I just said? Okay. How can my group twos use the element of fire to heal right now on their journey? Ace of Wands. Wow. Well, you can use the element of fire to heal where you felt a lack of determination to go after opportunities, because there's some major ones that want to come in for you. Maybe you're a fire sign. Who knows? I am, but I wasn't drawn to this pile. So now I'm curious, like, what element did I get? But yeah, you might be a fire sign. You might have a lot of fire in your astrological chart. I'm not an astrologist, so I don't go all into that. You could get your chart made somewhere, but there are major, major, major opportunities coming your way, or some you've already had come your way. But there's something about a lack of ambition or determination. Just I feel like this pal isn't sure of what their passion is anymore, or they're passionate. You're passionate about many different things. You're not sure where to focus, and that's why I think the advice here for you is to return to your heart. There's a need for you to follow your heart in order to access the opportunities that want to come your way. So there's some kind of disappointment, I feel like, that might have happened that caused you to need to heal from ambitions and things. I'm hearing like unsuccessful, that maybe you feel like you went after things and failed. And there's no failures, honey. Yes, Sire of Cups reverse is the King of Cups. So maybe some of your creatives, or your creative thinkers, not just artists, but with the Sire of Cups, the King of Cups reverse, it lets me know that there's some emotional distress. There's some instability emotionally when it comes to opportunities or work. So maybe there's fear, maybe there is a creative block, a disconnect from your heart center, so you're unable to really unlock your passions, or you're just feeling like meh about everything right now. That's what I'm hearing. So fire is going to help to I feel like return that fire to you that you need in order to go after what you feel called to, and to heal from emotional issues. Yeah, temperance is here reverse. Let me know that there may be addictions that fire needs to help you heal. I feel like those would, if you do have an addiction here, it has something to do with either food or smoking. All right. And so you need to really watch that, because fire is trying to help you heal from those addictions now. So if you eat something and it immediately makes you go to the toilet, that's the thing. Or it feels like fire in your stomach. If you smoke something, you feel like, damn, it's freaking, I can't stop choking. Like, this is like fire is trying to help you. And fire, when it comes through to purify, fire is fierce. So it's not going to be easy. Those of you that got this pile that needs to mold with the energy of fire, you're either really going to get an energy boost, or you're really going to go through an experience that feels like it burns only so that you can reemerge as a phoenix. Some of you might feel like you're already in that situation. But let's see. Five of Swords. Well, there it is. Maybe you are. But it speaks of feeling like you're constantly in a battle that you win, but you don't win. It's like, I won, but I lost something. See how his horse is out of here. But the battle's over. But there's still a dragon here that has a sword. So it's like, the battle's over, or is it? Did you win? Really? And I think that's the energy here for my fire pal. That fire's trying to heal you from. It may have felt like for you a constant battle of trying to go after a major opportunity, or something you really was passionate about, and whatever, through all of the work, feeling like you have people opposing what you're trying to do. It could get you to turn to addictive behaviors to cope. or to think that these behaviors will spark creativity where you are feeling it not flowing, or that they'll help you manage your emotions a little better. But fire is coming through the lovers. Oh, fire is coming through to bring you directly to your match. It could be a relationship, or it could be a career. It could even be a living environment. Whatever it is that has you feeling emotionally off, like you're in a constant battle, or that you need coping mechanisms to get through, that's what fire is getting rid of for you, or at least helping you to heal from the need for an addiction, a coping mechanism. That could even be a relationship. A person could be your addiction. Um, Whatever the case may be, it's something that it's like you just in a state of always feeling like I won but I lost. I won but I lost. So fire is about to clear that out. You're going to be healing from that energy and bringing some balance and peace and harmony. Well, peace and inner silence. Literally, that's what fire is working on to bring in for you. It's just interesting. You got all this water in your read, but it's fire. So it started with fire, starts with fire. Maybe you're in a water energy right now, which means a lot of emotional stuff going on with you rather than action, taking a lot of action. And now fire is going to help you heal any heartache, any struggles with finding peace within and around you, and start to put opportunities in your path for you to be led to, or to connect with what you're meant to connect with, which could be a soulmate or a soul connection to a career or a location. Okay, so fire is going to help put some fire under your ass so that you will take a leap of faith towards something that's really meant for you. But this healing has to happen first. Your emotions have to heal. Your PTSD from always feeling like you got to be on the defense has to heal. And this whatever you might find yourself using as a coping mechanism has to heal. It could also not just be an addiction, but it could also be an environment you're in that is just imbalanced. It's not harmonious or calm. And at this time, it's a need for you to connect to your heart and find peace and calm. Okay? And they're helping you. I also hear you're healing from past relationship disappointments as well. That's what fire is also helping you heal from, so that you can make way for some new love energy to come in. All right, so why were you chosen though? What is your special gift? And fire, when I say I'm sweating now during your session, I am sweating. Like I literally, when I started this elemental read, I got hot. So I went and turned my AC up. And I felt better. Got to your pile and I'm feeling hot again. It's crazy. Okay. So why were you chosen? What is the special gift of my fire folk here? You have forgiveness. Hurt blocks our light. Didn't I say that's what fire is helping you heal? Well, you were chosen because you do have an ability to forgive. And that's a gift. People feel like it's not, but it is a gift, because most people have difficulty with forgiving and they end up holding grudges to their own detriment. And when you hold on to something for a long time, it can turn into something you need help coping with. All right. But you have an ability to forgive. And that's what's, needed at this time. Hurt blocks our light. As long as you're in a state of hurt or pain, you're not going to have access to your gifts or to these opportunities. Radical self-acceptance is also why you were chosen, and your gift. You are perceived the way you perceive yourself. And I feel like my fire pal here, you perceive yourself as a fierce energy. I really feel that from you. I don't feel like there's a lack of confidence. I feel like there is a lack of trust that that everything's going to be all right, is what I'm hearing. Because you constantly feel like every time you think everything's okay, you're in a war or a battle or going through something again. So yeah, you were chosen because you have the ability, even with scars and wounds from going through all this stuff, you have the ability to still see the beauty and the light in yourself as well as in others. And women supporting women. So, did mostly women choose this path, or those that really, really, really are connected to their divine feminine, whether you're a man or a woman, which is really good because that means you're balanced. Together, we can transcend our individual limitations. So that's your gift here. You're meant to do something to help women heal, to let women, to bring women together in some way. If you don't feel like that's your calling, you have that gift, and that's what they're letting you know. They're not saying you got to use it, but they are saying you were chosen because you have the gift of being able to help other women, or women period, come together and unify in order to uplift each other, in order to I feel like learn forgiveness and accept themselves as they are, so that they can transcend their individual limitations. So my firepower, you might be meant to work with females or feminine energies. But if you don't feel like that's your calling, you have that gift. Fire chose you because you have radical energy. Radical energy means you're able to do something really quick. You can go from one moment like, oh my God, everything is just messed up in my life, to focusing, returning to your heart, and being like, I'm good. Let's go. Okay? So that's the energy of fire. And so that's why fire chose you, because you have that same energy. And the ability to they made me look at the bottom of the deck. It says renewal. All right. So you also have a gift of being able to regenerate yourself after, and it says regeneration begins with decay. So you have the ability to regenerate, to revive, even after things have felt like they've gone sour. Okay? And that's why you were chosen by fire. Because as y'all know, fire can revive. You know, your fire could look like it's going out, and you add something to it that sparks it, and it's back. Okay? So know that you have that ability to revive, regenerate. So lastly, let's see what your purpose this element is helping you reach. If not that, it literally seems like that's the purpose. And I felt like that in the first pile. Like maybe I didn't need that last question, or what's the purpose? But let's see, because it did give an added, message. So the purpose, this element is helping you reach the seer of light. Look, light twice. That's why this is the firepower. All right, inner guidance, medial nature, and cooperation. All right. So I'm sorry. I hate when it does that. Adjusts the lighting for whatever reason it wants. So your purpose, this element is helping you to reach, is, I hear collaboration, and being able to really follow your guidance, inner guidance. Water almost had the same issue. It's like feeling like you made so many errors, and now you feel like I can't trust my inner, where I feel I'm being guided. But when I'm hearing cooperation, it's also making me think of with the spirit realm, that there is some work you're meant to do spiritually. So the fire energy element of fire is helping you to not only reconnect to your inner guidance, but it's also helping you to be able to co-create, not just with others in the physical, but also with the spirit realm. All right. And fire, you also have to look more light. Call back your power. So fire is also helping you to reclaim your fire, that Ace of Wands energy there that you kind of let go of when you had an issue that affected you on an emotional level, you know. Oh, sorry about that. That's the one thing with the element of fire, is that you have to watch your emotions, because you know fire energy can get you really, really, really riled up. Okay. And it's not always the emotion of anger that fire brings. Sometimes fire can bring that emotion of excitement or over anxiety as well. And so, you know, there's just a need for you at this time to not only call back your power. I'm also hearing there's something you're meant to do that's going to shock people. Like they're going to be like, oh my God, what the hell is the fire pal up to now? But I really feel like this pal is meant to be in service in some kind of way, either as parents or as creative artists or creative thinkers or intuitive guides. There's just some aspect of yourself that is I'm feeling like it's really meant to forge a new path or a new way of doing something or a new way of going about something. And with this women supporting women, I really feel like that's also something some of you will be called to do, to assist other people in calling back their power and taking the power back from others, so that they can begin to make the changes in their lives that they feel called to make. So for the next 7 days, my fire group, return to your heart. Breathe light and stick to the essential for your soul, the present moment. All right, calm your thoughts, focus on your heart, and find a space to be where light and greatness are. And there you'll find peace and inner silence and the healing and clearing that you needed. Remember, burn a candle or bonfires or smoke lodges and things like that would be great for you guys in your healing journey and process. And this is what I got for you, fire. I hope it resonated. If it did, give me a thumbs up. If you're new here, remember to subscribe to my channel. And please read the description, because that's the only way you'll find out if I have workshops coming up, unless you go to my website all the time to check updates. But the description tells you what I got coming up, how you can sign up, how to join my private Facebook group, and all that other good stuff. All right. So on this note, I'm sending you so much light and love in your journey, my fires, peace, blessings, and all the goodies that come from being a part of this family of light. And I'll be back with the next pile. 3. See ya. Hey, group 3. You were drawn to learning to love myself. This was supposed to be your advice at the end, but once I did pile 1 and I read it first, I'm just doing it for everybody first. So this is your advice for the next 7 days. I choose to see the beauty in me. My wealth lies in my nature and potential. I transform my weaknesses into strengths. I realize that I am a being of light, and I allow myself to shine. Aw, I chose this pile, guys. If you're here with me in learning to love myself, it doesn't necessarily mean you don't love yourself. It just means you're in the process now of really upgrading that love for yourself. Or maybe you're really realizing just how beautiful and great you are, and that you are already wealthy. You have a lot of potential to create mass amounts of wealth. And that's by changing aspects of yourself that you considered or others thought were weak, and making those parts of yourself your strength. More with transformation. This whole elemental reading has been about transformation. All right, so we'll come back around to that. Let's see which element this is. We already done had fire and water, so it's either air or earth. Wow, air. I guess I'm shocked before I start. Blah, what's going on? Before I started this read, I said, well, there's only earth and air left. I was drawn to pile 3 and I never get air. So most likely it's going to be earth. My guides are funny. So let me get the cards for air. All of the pals are going to get cards from this new deck I got called Sisterhood of the Seers. Okay. So for air, you have Tarot of the Longest Dream and Messenger of Spirit. Let's get into it. All right. So my air elementals, how can you use this element to heal now on your journey? How can pile 3, well, dang, use this element to heal now on their journey? How can pile 3 use this element to heal now on their journey? I'll take those. Well, that's great to see 9 of Cups show up. All right. So how can we use the element of air to heal right now on our journey, spiritual journey? All right. We have the 4 of Swords. So we're literally being told, I'm hearing like rest and sleep. Yeah. And this is literally the card of putting down your swords and resting and healing. So you're literally here because there is some need for some kind of rest. Let me see what else is happening. All right, we have the 10 of Swords. That's why air at this time is helping you to heal from all of these past betrayals. And maybe you thought you did heal, is what I'm hearing. You feel like, what betrayals? I'm past all that. Anything that hurt me, I'm good, blah, blah. But they're showing, no, you ain't. There's still some stuff there. Okay. 9 of Pentacles and 9 of Cups. Wow. This is literally financial and prosperous comfort right next to wish fulfillment. So air is trying to help you to heal so that you can get what's due to you. You're supposed to have what you wish for. You're supposed to be living financially comfortably. The Hermit. And you're a seeker of truth and wisdom. A leader, I'm hearing. A leader. You will pull your energy back so that you can get the knowledge or experience that you need. You will go off on your own, spend time alone just to improve yourself so that you can bring this truth back to others. So I do feel like maybe this power is your teachers. If you're not teaching, you're a speaker, because air has a lot to do with communicating. So you're a very good speaker or teacher. Writers may be drawn to this pile as well. Anybody who works in the field of communication, maybe you do phones, telemarketing, reception work. You can also be drawn to the energy of air if you're in corporate energy, like business. But yeah, air is helping you to heal right now on your journey from multiple past betrayals and just, wow, my pal 3s. Yeah. But the outcome of this healing is you're going to emerge great and amazing. Air is literally trying to usher in your financial prosperity, everything that you wish for, emotional happiness and joy, and the knowledge and wisdom you seek. All right. That's very interesting. Okay. And perhaps a lot of these things that happened in the past might have made you dim your light, is what I'm hearing, and start to not see your potential. But now air is going to help you to see it. It's helping you to heal. And I do feel for many of you, you're starting to see it.
But for the other half of you, there's really a need to rest and heal and really look within, like, what have I gone through, that I'm still needing to process. Um, yeah, that I'm still needing to process and work through. So that is how you can use this element to heal on your journey. You can use the energy of air to calm your mind, to rest. My AC just started blowing. Maybe some of you do good with just sounds of air. Maybe a fan blowing. Um or white noise, something like that. Like, these things will help you to heal. And I hear the real need is for you to be able to go within and rekindle that light within, to re-emerge as who you truly are, that I feel many people tried to keep you from being, keep you from getting there. But you had no problem. You pulled your energy back, you did the self-work necessary, and now look which way he going. He's going back to where he was once stopped from going. So, my wealth lies in my nature and potential. Well, they're showing you that's literally what air is helping you to heal on your journey. You returning back to that mindset. So, next question. Why was my Pile 3 people chosen? Ooh, sorry, I'm knocking things down. And what's your special gift, if any? Why were you chosen? Dag, these cards are jumping for you. Why were you chosen, and what's your special gift? Okay, you're standing up. All right. So, my threes, or my air folk, you have spiritual relationships and contracts, rebalance karma. All right, so this is my pal that has done karmic work. And that's why you were chosen. It feels like you've cleared a lot of karma, and you're with people that you had spiritual relationships with or contracts. Maybe there were people that came in your life and you really was feeling like, good Lord, why is this person in my life? And then they might still be in your life to an extent, and you're like, air, how the hell do I tornado this person's energy on the hell out of here? But there's a need for certain things to be completed in this lifetime that weren't. Your special gift, I'm hearing also, is the ability to clear karma, to address the things that need to be addressed so that you can karmically be bring in new karma, and get rid of the bad or stale or old or unfinished business. And so you were chosen because you are clearing karma, or you have, and also because there are spiritual relationships and contracts you need to complete at this time. Career. Wow. It's time to pivot. Align your career with your purpose. Now, if all them careers I mentioned in the beginning, in the aspect of communication and all this stuff, logical thinking and stuff doesn't appeal to you, then maybe this isn't your pal. But those careers I mentioned, if you're not in them, it's almost like it's a part of your purpose. So, what's your special gift? I almost, with the compass, it almost gives me the energy that you have many directions you can go in, and that maybe you was headed in one direction now, and now they're telling you, like, nope, that path has ended because you've done karmic work. It's time for you to go in another direction that's going to align you with your highest purpose at this time. So I think this pal is able to really clear things. So, like, if something is in your way, something is an obstacle, this pal, air, y'all have no problem blowing somebody out. Like, blowing somebody out. Ooh, that didn't sound good. You have no problem airing it out, like just clearing the air, releasing, letting go of people, moving obstacles out your path, because none of your cards show obstacles in your way. So I know that's why you had maybe I wanted to say things, but they're saying people. You had people. that were working against you, because they saw, like, why is Pal 3 just able to do whatever, and whatever they want, it manifests. So, and maybe to you it doesn't, but to those that are watching you, they feel like what you do, what you want, it manifests. At this time, you need to focus your energy on manifesting the career of your dreams. Okay? Your special gift lies in your career. Ascended masters, you're ascending towards your higher calling. The energy is intense, and that's what they're pushing you for. You were chosen at this time. First off, you have a connection to ascended masters like Jesus Christ, Buddha, Muhammad, the Prophet Muhammad, etc., 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 Mother Mary. They're all trying to direct you towards your highest purpose. So you might feel a lot of intense energy around you when it comes to your career. Okay? A lot of your relationships, I'm hearing, stem from whatever you do for work, or whatever you did for work, or a hobby that was like a career. So you were chosen at this time because your career is meant to be your highest purpose, and it is time now. That's why the ascended masters are pushing you. And I feel like your good karma will come in for the work you did in your hermit energy when you're in alignment with the career you're supposed to be aligned with. I didn't realize the light was on this, so you can't get a good look, but just great. Okay. So lastly, what's your purpose? This element is helping you reach. And I kept telling the other pals, I said, this seems like a repeated question, because they're literally telling you your purpose of when they're saying, why were you chosen? But they give more information. What's the purpose this element is helping my air folk to reach? The seer of nature. Grounding, authenticity, and abundance. My God. You got abundance. You got wealth. This power here, you're meant to be rich right now. What happened? What's going on? You're not taking the time to rest. You're not taking the time to heal. Look at me talking to y'all like I didn't tell y'all I chose this power too. But there's something, because it doesn't make sense for you to have the 9 of Pentacles and 9 of Cups and not to be at the 10s yet. 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. So there's one thing that's in the way. And what I'm getting is resting or healing from past betrayals is blocking you from a career that is going to set off everything for you. So this element is helping you reach your purpose that requires you to be your true self. And that's going to bring in abundance. All right. So yeah. Your purpose is, and I do feel like this power here, you're very connected to nature. Even if you don't like being in it that much, because I feel like you might, I see bees here. That's so annoying, because my house be surrounded by wasp and shoot, I'll take a bee any day over a wasp. But anyway, your purpose is in some way to be you. So I don't know what it is you do, but it really requires you to step into your truth, who you truly are. Let your light shine. Do not dim it for anyone. You went through that. You went through this already. You pulled your energy back, but it was so that you could find the truth. You could do some soul searching. Now you're ready. You're ready. So you need to step into your purpose that requires you to stand in your truth. And you are going to see abundance come in. It could be an abundance of supporters that brings in an abundance of money. It could be an abundance of donations of money. It could just be an abundance of recognition, awards, grants. Something is coming in abundance for you. The moment you figure out what's your highest calling. And the seer of seekers. Crazy part about this card here, and it's not that the card is crazy. The crazy part about this card here is that when I picked up the deck to shuffle it for this pal, I saw this card when I split it. And I looked at it and I said, oh, it's an older woman. And I read Seer of Seekers and I stuck it back in the deck. The elements haven't been playing today. Like everything has been like that, like very in sync, very synchronized. Okay, shut up, Amina. Let's go. So the Seer of Seekers, seership, you are safe, soften. Wow. So there may be intuits here as well. People that are meant to do intuitive work. Wow. There a lot of wisdom in this pile, but a lot of situations that made you kind of feel like you had to protect yourself. A lot of very connected to the animal spirit realm, might I will say. You're very connected to the animal spirit realm. Thank you, light. You're very connected to the animal spirit realm, and they're guiding you as well. You might see a lot of birds, butterflies, insects, things that fly. But I'm also seeing stags being very, very connected to your energy, which gives me the energy of a lot of power. And regal energy. I'm hearing even sovereignty. It's just a beautiful vibration around you, but I do feel you feel worn. And I wasn't called to do this for the other two piles, but I would love to read to you what the Seer of Seekers card says in the book. Okay. It says the essential meaning of this card is inner guide or inner guides, seership, inner gazing, spiritual contemplation, the need for solitude, quietness, and meditation. All righty. So this element is helping you to reach those places. Nope, it says read, keep reading. All right, so the seer's message. When you receive this card, it's time to turn inward. Let go of distraction and make the time to sit in quiet contemplation. There's nothing that you need to do in order to prepare for this quietness. No incense needs to be burned and no chakra needs to be aligned. What is simply required of you is your presence and attention. You're called to take a journey toward your soul, to move in rhythm with spirit. Oh, some of you here may be dancers. I just heard that when I read that. So that you can receive a higher perspective, a vision of insight. I'm also hearing Kundalini yoga, some of you. Seership is the ability to close the physical eyes in order to open up to spiritual foresight. So yeah, this is all of you here are tapped into your intuition, whether you know it or not. And don't get it twisted and think that means, oh, I'm meant to be an intuitive guide. That's two different things. Being intuitive, we all have that ability. We just have to activate it. But to be a guide, well, that takes a little bit more. Okay. But anyway, if that's what you want to do, yeah, definitely go after it. This gift is available to everyone. See, they literally said what I just said. But it requires dedication and surrender. Sometimes not knowing is also easier than seeing things in full clarity. Denial must be let go of, and courage must be summoned in order for you to be able to fully dive into the depths of the sacred mystery while seeing with your second sight or intuitive sight. In this beautiful process of discovery, you will be guided and you will be able to explore many places, but more importantly, you will become acquainted with the most ancient, limitless part of you. The true essence of who you are in all time spaces. The quantum version of you that is not an identity, but rather a vibration of essence that can traverse all time. This is a beautiful journey that is available to you now. If you feel the need to, you can also seek out a teacher. Hi, hey, light. Okay, I don't know why it completely dimmed out now, but this is annoying, air group. It wasn't doing this for any of the other groups. So what I just heard was stop dimming your light. Stop dimming your light. Wow. The activation down here. It says, Okay, so it said you also seek out a teacher in these sacred arts and work with them in order to expand your skill set of intuition, insight, and vision. I'm that teacher, guys. That's why you're here. But anyway, what sparked me was I just said, stop dimming your light, right? The activation for this card, which is an affirmation, it says, be summoned, in the infinity of silence, I hear the sacred speak. In the infinity of darkness, I discover my own light. You guys need to tap into your inner knowing and allow your light to shine. All right? For the next 7 days, see the beauty within yourself. You know, even with all the wounds and the scars and from the things you've had to go on through. Know that your wealth, your prosperity, your abundance lies in your nature. Like, you are naturally abundant, you're naturally wealthy, okay? And you have huge potential to create more of that once you're in alignment with the career that you are called to. All right. And I feel like you might figure it out by looking at your weaknesses or looking at your fears. Where were you betrayed? Where did you feel like you needed to pull your energy back from? But you were passionate about it. But you had to pull your energy back because there's just too many adversaries, so many people flipping on you, hating on you. That's, to me, the direction you need to be looking in. What do you fear most as a career, but it calls to you? That's what you should be doing right now. Next 7 days, realize that you're a being of light. Once again, reminding you of your light, and allow yourself to shine. And now I know why your light kept going down and up, down and up, down and up. Whoa, they said, no, you need to remember that. Learning to love yourself. Learning to love yourself means you allow yourself to be yourself, your authentic self. And you ground yourself in your truth, your authentic truth. And you dim your light for no one. In fact, you shine it bright. And that's what I got for you guys. My Air Pal 3. So that obviously means that Pal 4 is Earth. And anyway, I hope that you resonated with this reading, because Air, this is a reading out for you. If you did, give me a thumbs up. If you're new to this channel, remember to subscribe, and always read the description. It tells you about how to join my upcoming workshops, how to book personal readings with me, as well as how to join me on TikTok and in my private Facebook group. And on that note, I'm sending you so much light and love in your journey. Peace, blessings, and all the goodies that come from being a part of this family of light. And I'll be back with Pal 4. See ya. Pal 4. Y'all stressing me out. Y'all probably like, how? I ain't do nothing but choose this pal. I have tried to record this pal 3 times now. Three times. Yeah. I have tried to record your pal 3 times now. First time, as I was mentioning during one of the recordings, as I started to do your pal, I knocked something down into the camera view that is personal to me and is not meant to be seen. So I was a little embarrassed. I was like, oh my God. And I had to start all over again. So it gave me the energy that something you did or something you're gonna do, it might seem like something that is shameful or something you should be embarrassed of, something you should hide. But if you find the humor in the moment, you're gonna get a do-over. You'll get to do it again as if it never happened. But I had to do this 50 times because the next time I started it again, I talked and I talked and I talked and I wasn't recording. So, like, yeah, this is just completely your pal. Crazy. So there's something with you with doing things over till you get it right. And not getting discouraged, because after some time I could have been like, you know what? The earth pile, I'm not doing it today. But I kept trying. So there's something about you being resilient, and no matter what is happening in your life or has happened, you're able to bounce back, or you're very grounded, or that's what you're learning right now, to ground, to connect to the earth, to find your peace, to be still, to clear your head. Nature is going to be number one for you. Getting outside, hugging a tree, putting your feet in the grass, listening to the sounds of nature, you know, yeah, all of that is going to be very, very healing to you. Taking nature hikes, um, yeah, anything that connects you to the energy of earth. And you were drawn to the calm. Now, as I told every pile, this is supposed to be your card that advises you for the next 7 days. However, for pile one, I read it first, so I'm doing that for everyone. And then I reincorporate it at the end again. So it says, I breathe, live, and grow the light within me. I do one thing at a time and focus on the present moment. I cast off my doubts, all fear dissipates, and I find peace in my being. Now, you're reading in Start of Calm, so that's interesting. It was like a lot of chaos for me to finally get it recording and my mic actually being on. And yeah, it was like so many things that I did wrong. Yeah, like the third time when I started your recording, I didn't have my mic on. And I had to turn that off, delete that, and do it again. So that's how y'all had 3 different starts. So maybe it's 3 times is a charm, and something you've done 3 times. Maybe you felt like you didn't do it well. It didn't, you failed. It didn't work out. You're going to get a chance to start it fresh. But find the humor in error, okay? Rather than seeing errors as a form of imperfection or failure, okay? So your advice for the next 7 days has to do with the calm, and we'll come back to that. Let's get into your reading. Let me get your earth cards. So your tarot deck is called Sacred Sites Tarot. And your oracle deck is Earth Alchemy. And every pal got a card from the new oracle deck I just received called the Sisterhood of the Seers. Okay. So I'm going to shuffle up all these decks really quickly so we could get into it. All right. My earth group, I'm hearing rigidness. Maybe you're not being very flexible at this time because earth, earth is very flexible, but it takes a lot of force and it takes a lot of time for earth to move, for earth to split apart. Now, breaking open earth, that can happen. It looks like, oh, it happens so quick when an earthquake occurs. But that took some process of beneath the surface of friction and stuff for that to occur at certain magnitudes. There's just something about your process right now moving very slowly because either you're not relinquishing control and surrendering to the changes that are trying to take place, or I don't know. That's what I'm hearing. It's like being resistant to the changes that want to happen or take place in your life at this time. No, not yet. This deck trying to already jump out. Or just like being afraid of change, things you're not familiar with occurring, and it's time now for you to get a little more flexible so that when change is happening, you're not pushing against it to the point where it causes a quake and shakes up your whole life, knocks things over, and you feel like you're in the middle of some huge tower moment where everything you thought was stable is falling apart. It's like a need for you to surrender, okay, and let go and be more flexible. And I'm hearing either you're overly projecting into the future, and that's what's keeping you rigid, is like you have to have this future, this specific way, or whatever you're looking for, and you're not budging, you're not surrendering to the flow at all. Or you're stuck in the past and you're struggling to release the past. Okay? There's a need for you to really, really bring yourself to the present moment so that you can begin to do the work necessary on you. I didn't even realize the back of these cards have the earth on them. That's dope. I was just drawn to the cards for each element. Okay, so the first thing I want to know is, how can my earth folk, I'm gonna call y'all earthlings, how can my earthlings use this element to heal now on their journey? Okay. All right, here we go. So you have the High Priestess. You have Temperance. It was reversed. I will keep that in mind. There's some kind of imbalance here, and I feel like this power, you intuitively know what it is. We have the Nine of Wands reversed. Yeah, you've been pushing against so long and so hard. It's like you almost want to give up. You almost like feel tired and worn out, sick of trying to make things go the way you want them to go. We have the Devil reversed. Okay, so you are getting assistance with freeing yourself from this energy you're stuck in. And with the Six of Swords reverse. So that's what you're getting help with. There's something you're reluctant to leave behind, but you're being guided to, because there's something better for you. Okay, so let me see what I'm getting for you guys all together. How can you use the element of earth to heal now on your journey? Well, for one, you can use the earth to regain balance, and I'm really hearing regain balance. There's some kind of imbalance right now. With the High Priestess coming through, it lets me know that you're tapped into your intuition, this power. You have tapped in. But for some reason, you don't always trust your intuitive hits. It's due to some kind of imbalance here, or indulgence in something. So maybe you could spend too much time doing readings or watching readings rather than taking what you're learning from them and putting it to action. I do hear spiritual imbalance. Some of you are not spending enough time connecting to the spirit realm, that you're very, very, very stuck in the physical or focused on the physical. So earth is helping you to get more grounded in spirit. All right. And connect to your ancestors, I'm hearing, and your spirit guides. If you feel like you already do that, there's something you're using to do it then. I'm hearing like some people are using, and you might not think you're using it for that, but I'm seeing marijuana. I'm seeing people that get high and then they tap into spirit. And they're saying like, that's for some of you. They're saying, yes, that is a product of the earth. So yeah, you're going to be drawn to it, my earthling. However, if you're overindulging in anything, it's going to throw off your balance. And right now, intuitively, you know what it is that's throwing you off. That's what I keep hearing, is like the earth pal, they know what it is. They know what they need, but they're very rigid. They're very, very, I feel with this power, it's like you have what you like, you have your ways, you have what you're into, and that's where you stay. And it's very difficult to get you to go another way. Say, for example, I'm harping off of Mariah off of this High Priestess card. Say, for example, you're a reader. You do intuitive work. And that's not necessarily it. I'm just using it as an example. You do readings, right? But you do readings using like crystals or charms or or cowrie shells or a coconut, um, whatever. You use some form to read, and someone else is using cards that you know, and they're trying to get you like, hey, you should try reading cards as well. It'll open you up more intuitively, your clairvoyant ability. Your energy would fight against that. Not because you're not interested in learning it, but because it's not what you've been always doing. It's not what has been your thing. And what they're trying to help you heal is being rigid and stuck in one way, one thing. Something that it takes a lot of your energy anyway. You've been forcing and pushing and working at. And I don't know, it's like you're in a mindset that if you're not busting your ass, you're not accomplishing much. All right. But I feel like you're starting to get weary of the push, of having to use coping mechanisms like alcohol, liquor. I mean, alcohol and liquor, same thing. Duh. Marijuana or drugs, any type of drugs, cigarettes, food, a certain food that you have to always have. Always feeling like you have to be busy, otherwise you feel like you're not accomplishing. You're freeing yourself from this energy with the devil here, and it came through reverse. It's letting me know that you have seen that pushing and forcing is just making you tired and worn out, and wiping out your passion for whatever it was you were trying to go for. It's not even bringing harmony or balance or anything at this time. It's actually making you more, it was making you just feel beat up. Like, oh my God, I'm doing and doing and doing, pushing, but I'm not getting the result I want. And the earth is helping you heal that energy, that imbalance, and helping you to ground now. Where you felt like you weren't guided, they're sending extra guidance. This is giving me ancestral energy, or ascended masters, like, or deities. I'm hearing deities or ancestral energy. They are trying to guide you towards something better for you, but there's a reluctancy that they're feeling, a resistance. You do not want to leave something behind because you feel like you either worked very hard for it, or you feel like as a high priestess you can't see where it's leading you, so that worries you. Or you're afraid. Like, I'm just getting fear. There was fear there, but the earth is helping you heal your connection to your ancestors, is what I'm hearing. To your spirit team, your spiritual team. And though as a high priestess energy, you are always connected to them, when you're in an energy of temperance reverse, it can be not as strong of a connection. It could feel imbalanced. It could feel like either you're spending too much time in the spirit realm and not enough time in the physical, or the other way around. And I think you're tired now. You're like, okay, earth, please. Yeah, you need some calm. You need to feel stable. When you are an earthling, stability is your number one thing. And when you don't feel stability, that will throw you off. That will throw off your balance. Excuse me. Yeah. So now something is coming in to guide you towards something better. This is the first power where I felt like I wanted an extra card. I want to know what it is my power wands are freeing themselves from, because it's something that you are working or very hard towards. Okay. We have the Ace of Pentacles reversed. So I do feel like a lack mindset could be what you're freeing yourself from. Maybe you were pushing and pushing and pushing so hard because you didn't see your Ace of Pentacles. All you saw was this big obstacle, rather than feeling like it's a goal. When I get to that top, that's my Ace of Pentacles. It's more being looked at with it reversed as an obstacle in the way of your prosperity. So I do feel like Earth is helping you to heal a lack mindset. So you might want to look for workshops, videos, or people who help you to shift out of energies of lack and get into the energy of receiving. Abraham Hicks is good for that. I recommend her. I also recommend myself, but you know how that goes. Anyway, you know that already. But yeah, with this here, the Ace of Pentacles, you are now trying to get out of a lack mindset. And that's what's kept you from moving forward to where you feel called, because there's a fear that it might not be better. And because you are struggling to see the way forward, it can keep you from any movement at all. All right, so I'm going to leave that there. And we're going to shift out of this mindset. Because if you got the Ace of Pentacles, that lets me know you're supposed to be prosperous. In fact, an opportunity is trying to come in right now. They're telling me that's going to be the start of a lot of money, like a lot of money. It may even require some of you to travel. But yeah, you have to be willing to be open to where you're being guided, even if you cannot see what's on the other side. Okay? It's almost like having to be in the full energy and just trusting. Bottom of the deck is the Chariot. Yeah, movement quickly. And it was I don't know if it was reversed or upright when I picked it up, but if it was reversed, you have slowed down movement because of a mindset that needs to be shifted. And with the Chariot here, if it was upright, then it's letting you know that this Ace of Pentacles is coming around really fast towards you again. But if you're not in alignment, if you have not gotten into the energy necessary to receive it, you're going to miss it again. All right. And I'm hearing it's a gift from your ancestors. So now I want to see, why were you chosen? And what's your special gift? Why did Earth choose you? Do you have a special gift or something? This is the Earth Alchemy Oracle. Why were you chosen by Earth? You have the Green Man and Moss Agate. Ritual and Ceremony. New Spirit Guides. Tree Wisdom. I mean, literally. Y'all need to, I said y'all heal by going outside, hugging a tree, putting your feet in the grass. But this has let me know you have a gift of ritual, of ceremony. There's something that some of you are able to create that can help others connect to their spirit guides. I'm also hearing you guys have new ones coming in. So maybe it's time for you to open up to a new either spiritual belief. Maybe some of you are really readers and you need to add another way of using intuitive guidance. Maybe you do need to pick up cowrie shells or pick up some cards or get certified and learn something else. I do teach intuitive guidance. Anyway, y'all know me. I'm not going to be salesy, but I am going to big myself up every now and then. All right. So you are called because you have a gift of ritual and ceremony. So maybe you're someone who's supposed to be a sacred ceremony practitioner or leader or guide. I do feel like this pal could do retreats, collaborate with others to do retreats in different countries. Yeah, or really just facilitating. I just heard like birthing ceremonies, transition ceremonies. Some of you may be death how did the word just go out my head? Write it in the comments. But anyway, some of you are meant to help. Doula, a death doula. Woo! There we go. Okay, help people transition. But there's just something about you with a gift of being able to do ritual and ceremony outdoors. I'm hearing in nature. I'm almost seeing you like with a fire outside and dancing around it and stuff and drums and music. Okay. Earth also chose you because you need some womb healing, but I also feel like that's a gift of yours as well. This pal, maybe you're meant to work with women. Garnet and Ladies Mantle, womb healing, sexual power and sovereignty. I feel like some of you are meant to empower women in a way, and through ceremony and ritual, maybe birthing rituals, menstrual cycle rituals, and things like that. But there's something very feminine about this pal. Even if you consider yourself a masculine, it's time for you to get into your divine feminine bag, because there is healing work you're meant to do, but it needs to come from a feminine energy. All right. It needs to be soft and nurturing and, you know, calm. Oh shit. The calm. Okay. Excuse my language. Sorry, y'all. But those who can't handle that. All right. What else we got for my Earthlings? Why were they chosen? Was their special gift? Diamond Heart Seed Crystal. Golden Age Wisdom. Wow. DNA activation. Lemuria. Okay, my star seed. You are not only an earthling, but you're also an alien. And it says Priestess Awakening. There are many of you that are here that are meant to be intuitive guides of some kind, but you're limiting yourself in some way. It's like you're afraid to leave what's familiar to you. That's for some of y'all. That might have been specific. I don't know. It might not have been for everybody at all. But there's something being activated. At this time, Earth is has chosen you because of your connection to Lemuria, for one. Lemuria, look it up. It was the original Earth. Compassion filled, love, unconditional, and all of that. But yeah, you have a gift. You're a priestess or a priest of some kind, and that is being awakened in you right now because it's in your DNA. It's something that maybe you didn't realize, but you're connected to it ancestrally. You might have had ancestors who did intuitive work, or were psychics, or were the advisors of kings and queens, which a lot of times were seers. All right. For others of you who don't connect to that at all, I'm hearing you're just meant to there's something about you, a ritual. You're able to change habits, by creating rituals that you do to shift your energy, um or ceremonies that heal. I'm just really, this card is standing out the most. New spirit guides are coming in now. So maybe some of you were connected to a different element. I'm seeing water here. So that's the first thing it drew my attention to. Like, so maybe some of you here were initially water elementals, only really tapped into the water. And now some new guides are coming in. You're about to get some earth energy. And it does feel like ancestral guides for many of you from either past lifetimes or starred ancestors or whatever. Okay. Wow. You really do have a gift of this power. You can heal sexually. Like if you're with the right partner, you can have a healing exchange with them. Know that your sexual energy is your power as well. Don't give it up too easily. Okay? Yeah. There's something, it's time now. Like your DNA is being activated, your ancestral energy is being activated within you. So that's why you were chosen. That's your special gift. You're connected to the original earth. Your ancestors are working with you right now due to you being really, really guided by the energy of earth at this time. And yeah. Start to think about that. There are things that you do, rituals or ceremony. You might not see it as that, but they're seeing it as that, and they're saying that's one of your gifts. So you might want to think about becoming a leader of that type of stuff, or offering workshops or retreats where people can experience certain rituals and ceremonies that will help them either heal their wombs or their sexual energy, or that will assist them in awakening their inner priestess and connecting to their ancestors or their inner priest. Okay. What else? Bottom of the deck literally says goddess spiral, rites of passage. Okay. Dreams and support. You're getting a lot of support from the spirit realm at this time. And I do feel like you're very connected to the phases of the moon. So make sure you watch my my lunar vibes forecast. Those will really, 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 really help you a lot to be in sync with the cycles or phases you're supposed to be going through at the time. Yeah, that's interesting, my earthlings. Or my star seed earthling. Uh Alrighty. So lastly, I'm gonna incorporate your 7-day advice. However, we want to take a look at what's your purpose this element is helping you reach, even though, as I said in all the other piles, the question I just asked literally already points that out, but it does always take us a little bit deeper. So let's see. What's your purpose this element is helping you reach, my earthling starseed? Allowing it to arrive. Isn't your message has been to allow this whole time? And then you got the ladybug there, which is lucky. That's luck. All right. But you have to be open to receive it. You can't be stuck in a certain way of doing things and seeing things, because that can also cause an imbalance. You know? Allowing it to arrive. The luck that wants to come your way, the gifts. This element of earth is getting you into the energy of receiving. That's what the purpose this element is helping you reach. You need to be open to receive. Yeah. And what else for my earthling? Tales in all time spaces. Interesting card. So y'all know I'm gonna go to the book for this one, because I feel like it's a door with a keyhole that you have the key for. And maybe Earth is helping you to unlock this door. So let me take a look in the book at Tales in All Time Spaces. What's this card, number 23? That's interesting because you got 2 5 cards. 41, 5, 32, 5. So you're literally transitioning at this time. It is a form of transformation. It's like you got a lot going on. You're earth energy right now. You got earth energy activated. So not only are you going through a full upheaval, like a huge transformation, a huge change, but at the same time, there's an aspect of yourself that's transitioning to another level. So if you were doing one thing, know that now Earth is pushing you to level up. But at the same time, pushing you to change as well. If that makes sense. To do it in a different way, maybe. Yeah, it's like if you got a promotion at work and it's like, all right, you're transitioning up the ladder to a higher level. But now there's a transformation that must take place within you. Okay, in order to really get the benefits of that transitioning, leveling up. All right, I hope that made sense. So you have Tales in All Spaces. Tale in All Time Spaces. The essential meaning of this card is focusing on what you do want, there's that word again for y'all, calming any anxiety, telling a new story. A problem cannot be solved with the same consciousness that created it. So flip the script. It's time for you to flip the script. And Earth is helping you reach this, okay? So it's talking about the story you're telling yourself. Is it empowering or is it disempowering? And to know that your words matter. So you have to be very mindful of any automatic thinking, ruminating, or negative future projecting that you may be doing. All right. You have to calm your mental chatter. And I guess calm was the card that y'all was meant to have because, Lord, it's been repeated more than once. What if letting go was letting in space and room to flourish, letting in more ease, flow, love, and abundance? Your capacity to receive, and I just said that for this card. I was like, maybe you have to learn to receive. Your capacity to receive is equal to how much you can let in. So begin to tell a story that serves your highest good and focus on the narrative of life that you want. It may even feel uncomfortable at first to imagine a new way of being or living, which seems to be your issue of new way. Not the same way you've been doing stuff. But it says, could 5 minutes of daydreaming really help? Yes, it absolutely can if you allow yourself to play and don't take the whole process too seriously. I get this too for you guys. You need to have some more fun. You're very rigid. You're very stuck to your program or what you usually do, where you usually go, who you usually be with. And it's time for you to do a total shift. Yeah, but all right, let me keep going. So when you allow your mind to play with an internal image of peace, well-being, success, and any newness that you are requiring, you activate potential creative pathways and alternative solutions. As the old adage says, you cannot solve the problem with the same consciousness that created it. So the power here lies in changing your mindset, and daydreaming is a wonderful tool that can help you achieve a different perspective organically. You can do it. And here's an affirmation for you as well, my Earth pals. And it says, I am worthy of a life well lived. I claim this healing for myself right now by telling a new story. So it's time. Yeah. It's time to tell a new story, to get out of the rigidness and become more flexible, see things with fresh new eyes. I'm hearing that could also be your purpose, that Earth is trying to help you get to a point where you are open to receive, that you know you're worthy and you know your value. So that you can also instill that in others through ritual, through ceremony, in whichever way you do it. Very flexible pal, even though you're Earth. You know, there's a need for you to be flexible at this time. So your advice again for the moving forward, the next 7 days is the calm. You need to breathe, live, and grow the light within you. You need to do one thing at a time and focus on the present moment, not the past and not the future. You have to cast off your doubts, let all your fear dissipate, and find peace in your being. Okay? That's your advice for the next 7 days. When you release your fears and your doubts and you find peace in what is developing for you and you stop pushing against Earth and just let Earth move and shift things around for you, you are going to see a huge change in your life where I'm feeling like you're going to have a lot of support coming in that you didn't expect, especially through collaborating with other people. Okay? I hope that this wasn't all over the place and you were able to get what you needed from it, because this is your message, my Earthling star seeds. And if it resonated, give me a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, remember to subscribe and also read the description. It'll tell you all the ways that you can either join a workshop of mine, book a personal reading, join me on TikTok, and y'all definitely need to be joining my private Facebook group, because I do a whole lot of workshops, free workshops and things through that group. What's this on my spiral? Okay, I don't know why I was drawn to it at this time. But anyway, Try not to get distracted like me, okay? And calm your mind, still your mind, let go of your doubts and all your fears, and watch everything start to move in your favor. Like I said, collaborations are going to come in real easy for you, especially. And all you have to do is open and receive. All right? Also, check out my website. This group was talking about retreats and stuff like that. You need to come on my retreat, and then you can get some inspiration. Maybe if you are really great at rituals and ceremonies, holla at me. I would love to add somebody that's able to do that on my trip. But anyway, I am sending you so much light and love in your journey. Peace, blessings, and all the goodies that come from being a part of this family of light. I'm sending y'all so much love, so much love, so much love. All right, guys, until next time. Bye.